Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. So we've got a really cool used Cimarron 3-horse gooseneck sitting behind me. We are a new Cimarron dealer. We understand a lot of people are always looking for maybe a used trailer, really high quality. As a runaround, this is a great little trailer that we're going to look at here, whether it's kind of a good starter trailer or again as more of a runaround for you. So this is a 2016 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. We sold this trailer originally, so we have the drawing of it. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that, and I'll show you how the trailer actually lays out. Like I mentioned, it's a 3-horse. We have a front tack room on it. That is a 3'6" front tack room on the short wall. So it has a 4-foot offset. So we're actually 7.5 on the long wall. It is standard width, 6'10" wide, standard height, 7'1" tall. And we're 17.9 on the floor. So we're under 18 foot on the floor. So this is a trailer that you can maneuver very, very easily in and out of really tight places. Now, when we bring in our used trailers, a couple things we do to them first. First thing we'll do is we'll give it a good wash. We'll take it up to an acid wash, get it looking nice and clean and almost like it was new. Then from there, we're gonna assess the tires. We're gonna talk more about those here in a little bit, but we want matching in-date tires with good tread. If it doesn't meet that criteria, it'll get a brand new set on the ground. And then from there, we're going to go through the trailer. We're going to realign it. They're no different in passenger vehicles. They can get knocked out of alignment. We want them running true and straight down the road. So we've got that we do to the trailer. And then we go through a reconditioning process of what needs to be addressed, what needs to be fixed. Everything safety is automatic, but we want you to go enjoy the trailer once you make this purchase rather than looking at a bunch of repairs or items that you need to take care of. I'll point out some of the things we've done to this trailer as we walk through it. But on this, again, a 2016, underneath the gooseneck area, you're going to notice manual crank jack. If you want to upgrade to an electric over hydraulic, that can be done through our parts and service department. This spare tire will need to be relocated because the electric over hydraulic jack, the footprint's a little bit bigger. So this needs to be elevated, so there will be a little bit of additional time in order to move that foot and shift this tire up. But that can be done to this trailer. Right now, manual crank. Again, this isn't a big trailer, so it's not really hard to crank up and down. It's the standard white sheeting. There are different color options on the new ones: black, silver metallic, charcoal metallic. But in this one here, when it was originally built, it went white. And then as we work towards the front tack room, you're gonna notice on the door, 4-tier blanket pole rack, and then a brush tray. You can throw those smaller miscellaneous items, brushes, fly sprays, those smaller items that can just shift around. We don't wanna just throw them on the floor of the front tack room. Now, this is a wider door. This is a 42-inch wide door. And there's multiple reasons for that. The very first thing is this one is equipped with a swing out saddle rack. It's on a gas shock. So as you see, if I let it go, it just makes its way out. These are adjustable, so we can slide them up and down. If you want to add another one, you can do that. More blanket pole racks, whatever you want. That's the nice thing in the flexibility of this. But as you can see with the 42-inch wide door, with this swung out, I can still get in and out of this tack room. A lot of other manufacturers will have a really tighter door here with a swing out, and then it gets to where you can't get in and out of this tack room when this is swung out. It has to be swung back in for you to get in. But that wider door allows for you to just access the tack room even when this is swung out. And also, the reason for the 42-inch wide is so we're not dragging saddles on the door frame going in and out. Now, as we get into this is called the RTG package. So you get a couple things: swing out saddle rack. Then on the drop wall, you're gonna get a boot box. This is a 12-inch boot box, goes the full width. As you can see, we got a couple items in here. There's a power cord, a 30-amp power cord. Over here on this end is gonna be a breaker box. And the reason why is they put power to this, and they went ahead and added an air conditioner. So this is already equipped with an air conditioner. These are framed for the air conditioner, so that saves a lot of time and money, but they went ahead and put that on there. So a nice upgrade there. So the marine carpet on the floor, on the boot box, gooseneck drop wall, and then up on the deck. So it carries it throughout. And then up in your neck area, you're going to get 2 windows. So if you wanted to throw a mattress, a bedroll, something like that up there, spend the night, you can see out, get a cross breeze. And then on a Cimarron, you have an 8.2 nose. These are longer goosenecks than standard on a lot of other manufacturers. A lot of other manufacturers will run a 7.6 to 7.8. So a lot more depth to their goosenecks there. With your RTG package, behind me, you have a shelf. It's got a nice lip to it. It's got rubber up top. It's 18 inches off the wall, and then you've got a clothes rod below that. So you don't have to carry clothes in your pickup. You can actually just store them right here. Just kind of nice out of the way. Again, if you're spending the night in here, hopping in, needing to change clothes, you can do that. A nice place for them to live there. They had a mirror here, they said, so that's why there's a little bit of board there. They just had it attached. Again, change clothes. I got to check my hair, make sure my beard's looking good. You could go in and add a mirror back to it. You've got bridle hooks with carpet behind it. I like the carpet behind it, so if those bits, those head stalls are rubbing against this, it's not rubbing up against this aluminum. It's going to deaden the noise for the horses on the other side as well. So you got 2 rows there. Obviously your saddle rack is swung in now, but behind it, in that corner, is going to be a corner water tank. It's 25 gallons. Fill from the top, empty from the bottom, so it's just gravity that you have working for you, no pump, anything like that. But it's nice to be able to carry water on board on these trailers. Maybe you're traveling in the summer months, you have a horse that only likes water from home, or you get to an event and the hydrant's a long ways away, and who wants to pack those buckets back and forth? So it's nice to have those right here at the trailer. The nice big heavy duty tack door. Welded hinges with grease zerks. That's been standard on a Cimarron for years. Still doing it on the new ones, but it's nice to maintain those. Go ahead and put grease to them if they kind of get a little bit squeaky. Other welded hinges, you have to heat them up to try to get any grease in there to actually lubricate them up. Now this is a used trailer, so I think at some point maybe they kind of got a little close to something. You can kind of see a little dings there in the top of the sheet there. Again, used trailer. We just try to go through, make sure safety, functionality of the trailer is good for you to go and enjoy. You have a 16-inch awning light up top, so you have light coverage out here. I'll show you there's more lights on this and where the switches are. 3 big bus windows. You know, since they're bus windows, only half of them slide open, so Cimarron does a great job on really building these and putting large windows on it. A lot of other manufacturers will put that window that's on that door on the hip wall, so you can see the difference. Same thing, only half of that slides open, to where we're getting a lot more airflow here. 2 6,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles, electric brakes on this. So these tires, I mentioned tires a little bit earlier. Of course, every one of them, I walked around the trailer earlier to look at it, but I wanted to find this date code. So there's a DOT code on the sidewall of tires that tell us when they were manufactured. So it's going to be upside down for you, but that says 26 of 20. These tires were manufactured the 26th week of 2020. Tire manufacturers will recommend 5 years based on the date code. So that falls underneath that category of within those 5 years. If they're older than that, we'll go ahead and replace them. All right, at the back of the trailer, 60/40 doors, a little bit wider door on the right hand side, and as you can see, they added a rear ramp. This trailer was originally built without the rear ramp, but they preferred a rear ramp load for their horses. This is really cool because if you wanted to use this trailer for other purposes as well, maybe like a toy haul or something like that, the ramp's there, you can load that up. Maybe you need to run the lawnmower somewhere to get serviced, anything like that, it's handy to have that. So again, our parts and service can help you out with some items like this. Maybe you want to add a hay rack, maybe that hydraulic jack, some of those type of items. Strap going across. The reason why they go with a strap rather than a bar is because this is one big opening. We have no rear tack here. So if it was a rear tack, it'd be a smaller butt bar. But since it's wide, we want that strap, because if we break that bar loose and a horse hits it, that's a large piece of metal that's coming at you. So you can just drop that strap. We like those on these bigger openings here. Solid dividers, stud divider at number 1. So if you're got somebody you need to keep a little bit more separated, you can put them install 1. Maybe you're only hauling 1-2 head of horses. You can use this as additional storage as well. With it being going down to the floor, it kind of prevents those items from shifting, getting underneath the horses in transit. Maybe you want to add stall pads. Again, parts and service can help you out with that. So we talked about the reconditioning. So this hip wall over here, this mount was pretty just tore up. I mean, just, you know, years of use. It does happen on these trailers. This is a brand new piece of rubber all the way across here. So again, we just felt like, hey, that really helps just the aesthetics of the trailer and then functionality of it. Let's go ahead and replace the whole thing. If there's kind of some spots down low, we might look at maybe elevating it about 12 to 18 inches up and going all the way across. But in this instance here, we just felt like, hey, let's go ahead and do the whole thing. LED lights, big OptiBright lights. So big clear lenses, LED, so not a big power draw. Puts out a lot of lighting there. Two-way roof vents, so we have one above each horse so we can manipulate airflow. But what's really interesting is this insulated roof. That is standard on every single Cimarron, so we're extremely familiar with it over the years. It's really strong, really durable. It'll take 150 pounds per square foot because it's a 1/2 inch thick honeycomb design, so it's reinforced, so it's really strong. But more importantly, it keeps the stall area about 20% cooler than aluminum sheeted roofs. That is a massive difference, especially when we get in the heat of the summer. Come to the lot on a 9,500 degree day on this asphalt. We'll take you to one trailer with an aluminum roof that's all sealed up. We'll take you to Cimarron. You will physically tell a difference in just the overall temperature within the actual trailer itself. Now this back stall here is a little bit longer. We put it a little bit more length to it so we could keep this as a solid divider. We didn't want to telescope it, and we can shut our rear doors with it being against the wall. Some manufacturers won't put that extra length in here. This divider will stop about there, and that's where you can shut your rear doors. So you're losing some space. Again, it's really nice to have that little bit extra length in here, because maybe you've got one horse that's got a companion, a little pony, a little donkey, goat, whatever. You can throw them in here, mare and foal. Those type of instances come into play, and it's nice to have that. These are independent doors, so we don't have to necessarily go in any order when we're opening and actually shutting them. The left-hand door is going to have a little bit of a weather strip. So in this instance here, I shut the right-hand door first, then the left. So if I go to open this right-hand door, it'll be a little bit tougher because it's trying to get past that weather strip. So just if you do open them back up in the same sequence, it's really easy. The ramp, as you can see, I stepped on a little bit. Depending on how it's actually sitting, actually on ground level, it might come up just a hair, but we also want it to extend. They're got really big springs, so it's really actually easy to open and close. And then you've got to hold back here on the side to lock into place. Hold backs on the doors. Those little things like that and tie rings will break over time. We replace those. Here's your switches for your lights. So they're individual. So there's actually another light, excuse me, here at the rear. So I can turn on my interiors. I can turn on those load lights that I was telling you about there. Over here on driver's side, there's a good look. Drop windows. Massive openings. Big framework on the windows too. These are items like that tack door. We're gonna open and close every time. We want these to be nice and stout. We don't want prefab tack doors, drop windows. They'll break over time, they'll warp. We really like these big heavy duties, drop windows. And then again, the framework on the doors, same hinges on the tack door. So welded with grease zerks. And then on your escape door at stall 1, a little bit smaller window. That's just because we've got some additional framework that we need for the actual door itself. But then again, access door, chest bar going across. So again, if you're utilizing this first stall for some storage, you can access it right here from the side. Everything's keyed alike. So everything has the exact same key. I can shut up the tack, drop windows, that escape door, and rear doors with the exact same key there. This is actually our outlet right here for the 30 amp cord that's going to feed power to that air conditioner. So you'll have to have that outside power source, whether it's a portable generator or plug it in somewhere. Obviously, if you're carrying a portable generator, never put it in the trailer while it's running. Always have it out, maybe in the back of the truck, outside, whatever you need to there. So again, a really nice 2016 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. I'm going to give you the stock number on it for reference. So if you call in, you can give us that number. They'll know exactly what trailer you're talking about. 5U231323. We do take trade-ins. That's how we got this trailer. They wanted to upgrade to a new Cimarron 4-horse. So whether you're upgrading, downsizing, we can help you out. Financing is available, and also delivery, so we could potentially bring this right to your door. So give us a call. Anybody on our sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day.